Since I was in like the 6th grade, I have been interested in programming and game development and dabbled in that for quite a while up until like the end of like 2022. And now I've kind of made a recent return to it this year, and one thing that I've noticed is I have no clue what I'm doing. I don't think I ever had a clue as to what I was doing, because one thing that really caught my eye as I was going through a course on the Unity Learn website, where they have a whole bunch of free resources to learn a whole bunch of different stuff. I was watching and going through like the course partnered with like USC, I think that's what it's called, like some university or something like that. And it was teaching like the steps to just like from start to finish, how you make a game, like the process of everything, how to do it step by step type of thing. And as I was watching it, I'm like, wow, what have I been doing this whole time? The number one biggest pitfall that I've had issues with is I've never really planned my games, which, saying that out loud, sounds absolutely ridiculous and stupid, but it's true. I've had like a vague idea in my mind, or I'd have like a vague idea, then I'd start working on something, I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. And then I'd be like, okay, how do I turn this into a game now? Or like I'd have like a story idea, and I'd be like, okay, I need to add like one part of it, but I'd have nothing really planned out, no deadline, nothing like that. And that's why like all of my projects have like basically been failures, as in like I haven't completed them, or the ones that I have like quote unquote completed have been unfinished complete messes of games, which is way too confusing for any players to be able to actually play without like a ton of like context, as like, here's what you have to do, here's the controls, all this other stuff, which you can like read on like a how to play type of tab or something. I've never planned, and I think for me it's like, okay, I have a cool idea and I just want to get started right away. I like the excitement and like hype of it like overtake me, and I just start diving in right away. And then as soon as I implement like the one thing I've been thinking of, I'm like, okay, I don't actually have a game here. What do I do now? Time for something new. And it's like just that cycle that keeps getting repeated over and over and over again. The only time that I've really like completed-ish games is when are like the ones that I made a video on, like the first games that I released, which I like basically just super simple, basically no more than like 3 controls for these games. Like the first one control, you press the space bar, it's just Flappy Bird on the computer, and it's like 3D and it takes place in space. The other one is it's actually pretty cool. It has like some different upgrades and stuff, but the main base of the game is you click the space bar or the left mouse button, and it shoots out a little triangle that hits the enemy, and you can move side to side, and you just click to shoot, and you kill enemies to get money, and you can buy upgrades, which really kind of like fun concept, which I've made the video on, and you could go check out that. It just came out recently. But my goodness, I've never really planned. Like with those games, I was just like, okay, I want to make Flappy Bird but in 3D, just like try to make something. And then the other one, I'm like, okay, I want to make something that has like upgrades and stuff like that, and it's like I made this other game, and it's like, okay, that's cool, but planning has always been limited for me. I've never really done planning, and I feel like that's the biggest downfall to me as like a creator, not having an idea of really what I'm doing, just diving straight in and everything going completely wrong. And now that I've like kind of watched the videos in this course to kind of get an idea of like what's like the professional way of like step by step going through creating a game, and I've realized that if that's the professional way and the unprofessional way is not planning, I am like the most unprofessional person imaginable, because I just barely think of something and I start making something based off of that, which is ridiculous, because then nothing ever gets fully completed, nothing gets finished, nothing's tangible, and I feel like I've just wasted all the time. But yeah, that's really about it. I just wanted to rant about how I've wasted a lot of time because I just didn't do any planning, and I want to better understand the main like few steps for completing a game. And once I have a better grasp of that, I'll be sure to come back, make another video, and inform you about that. But yeah, with that being said, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe right now if you have not already for more daily videos on a whole bunch of different topics. And with that being said, I will see you in the next one.